So Clara here. So I guess I just have to go through the questions, I guess. So yeah, the woman is begging for money outside the underground station, and the woman is very reluctant to do so, and does not find it very comfortable. And this is to be seen already in the first paragraph, where it's said that the young woman on the pavement's edge was facing in, not out to the street, and she moved about there indecisively, but with a stubborn look. Several times she seemed about to approach somebody who had just come out of the underground to walk up the street, but then she stopped and retreated. So it's clearly that she is like very reluctant to do so, and it's seen when it says like she retreated many times. She can't really get herself to go beg for money. It's very clear in the first paragraph, but also later in the story it becomes clear because she has a hard time accepting help from strangers. And then afterwards also being thankful because she doesn't feel it like it's right. But yeah, then she meets this man and he really wants to help her. Therefore, he follows her into the supermarket and buys her coffee. He also drives her home and give her extra money for food to help her with her kids and her situation and rent in general. But the woman doesn't have a lot of faith in society and people wanting to help anymore, because she feels like it seems that she's been left in a very vulnerable situation because of society. So she has a hard time to accept this offer. Maybe also because she doesn't really want help. She would much rather like to go about on her own. But in the end, she accepts his offer and accepts that he can drive her home, or at least some of the way, and then she walks the rest. The story the man really feel as if he needs to tell her is that he used to work at the DHSS but quit, and because of her disliking towards the DHSS and their strike, he makes it very clear that when he used to work there, he actually just wanted to help people. And so it's like he can't really stand for what they stand for anymore. He doesn't agree with their environment and their way of approaching things, because it leaves a lot of people in need. So yeah, task 3. The quote, "She muttered a reluctant thanks. It killed her to say it. Thanks," is given, and I have to discuss what has brought her into this situation. So the DHSS is on a strike, which is the social security net, and because of the fact that she is now in a very vulnerable situation, she can't get by with the money that she earned just working, and therefore she also needs the economic help from this social security net. But when they're on a strike, she doesn't have enough money to get by, and she's clearly wanting to work, but her salary is just not good enough. And it seems that she is of the mindset of a person who would rather get by on her own than beg for help, because she finds it humiliating or unsettling, or just she would much rather get by on her own. And if I was in that situation, I would feel very much the same. I think I would feel very unprotected and unstable, and living in the onshore must not be very comfortable. Also, I would feel bad asking for money as well, especially because I don't want to be seen as a weak person, and I would much rather be able to get by on my own. And in the second question, why does he still insist on helping her? Well, even though she comes across as a bit cross. Yeah, but first of all, he has a big heart, which is very clear, and it's also to be seen. in the text it says that he leaned forward, peering into the cloud of smoke she sat in, and said, speaking slowly and deliberately, to make her listen to him. When I started working there, I was all different. 15 years ago, I really liked it then. I liked, here he censored helping people, but she leaned it, she heard it and gave him a sour and derisive smile. So he wanted to help people, and he still does. And it seems that it doesn't not only want to help because he's a good person, but also maybe because he feels as if it's his duty in a way, because he's on a he has higher social standard than she does. He has more money and just is in a better standing in general. So if I was in his situation, I would of course feel bad for the woman, and I would also feel as if it was my duty to do something to help her because of my own position, which if I was him would be much better than hers. And this in general also shows that there is a clear class difference, which I think is like the main theme of the text.